Good evening, everyone. And, thank you, Sahilji, for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this evening and represent the bank. So I'll be very brief. I've been told that you have a very limited amount of time. I'll just take you through the journey of the bank, how we started, where we are today, and what are the briefly about the products that we have. And our team is here. We will obviously would love to connect with you one-to-one if there are any queries. So this is the journey of AU Bank. So AU Financiers was started in 1996 by our founder, Mr. Sanjay Diwan, who is a chartered accountant. So in 1996 we were a startup. He also pitched in front of some investors in Jaipur, because they were Jaipur-based bank. So from there we started off as a small NBFC. Only the loan part was there, only the assets, only the lending part was there. There was no deposit or anything. We were not a bank back in 1996. So in 2015, RBI decided, looking at the way the economy is going, that we are going to need more banks. So that was when they decided to give some more licenses. So in 2015, 10 licenses were given to various organizations, and we were lucky to get the license to open a bank in India. So all those banks were called small finance banks. That is the reason that we have that small finance in our name, and all those banks also have that. So in 2017, we started our journey with 220 branches. So in one go, and that was the largest opening by any small finance bank. So in one go, we opened 220 branches across North India, because obviously the base was at North, being a Jaipur-based bank. And then in 2017 only, we listed and became a part of Fortune 500 company. That's again a coveted company to have. And then in 2021, we became the largest small finance bank. Largest as well as the fastest growing small finance bank in the country. Then we launched our mobile application, which is called AU0101, which is again one of the best, I can proudly say that one of the best mobile applications in the country. So being a new entity, we had the benefit of understanding how the current market is working, and we sort of got together the best of what was required and came up with the best application which is there. And then in 2023 we launched AU021. So as I told you, AU0101 was a tech initiative, the website, the mobile application. AU021 is specifically for startups. So we have a team in the bank who take care of only the startups. So we'll talk about that once we move forward. So as I said, we not only were the largest or are the largest small finance bank, we were the fastest also. So as I said, we commenced our operation in 2017, and in a short span of 7 years, we've spread all across India. So we now have a presence in 21 states, 4 union territories, and we have close to 1,000 branches. And we've actually grown, as I told you, that we were primarily a north-based bank, so we had good presence, huge presence in North India. So recently, I think some of you must have heard about the news, but recently we merged Fincare Small Finance Bank with us. So out of those 10 banks, now there are 9 banks and one has merged with us. So now we have a pan-India presence, and we are very aggressive, and we have a reach in South also. So that is the reason that we have, the number of branches have gone up and the presence is there. So this is the balance side. Like again, I said, being the biggest bank. So we already have a balance sheet of 1.25 lakh crores, which is again, is bigger than some of the universal banks. So this is what it is. So we have a deposit of 97,000 crores. We have a lending of 90,000 crores. So these are some of the figures that we've been able to achieve in a very short span of time of 7 years. These are some of the rewards that the bank has got over a period of time. So best small finance bank, as I said, brand of the year, BSC Star MF. We are the top contributors in terms of SIPs in SIP space. Then we have a great place to work also, best branded campaign. You must have seen the advertisements that we have run. And company with great managers, so we got some awesome people working for us. So there are certain industry first initiatives which were, have been adopted by a couple of banks now, but we were the pioneers who started all these things. One of those was the monthly interest payout. See, everybody has a saving bank account and you must be having it with other banks. I mean, some I hope would have your account with any bank, but so most of the banks, what they do is they give you interest in your savings account on a quarterly basis. So I get my interest after 3 months. So we started the concept of giving interest in savings account on a monthly basis. So every first of the month you'll get the interest in your account. The extended banking hours, so we have extended banking hours till 6 p.m. You can do your cash transactions because most of the banks close at 3:30 or 4. So you can do your cash transactions till 5 and non-cash transactions can be done till 6. So if you want to operate your locker, you want to do any RTGS, you want to deposit any checks, you can do that till 6 p.m. Higher rate of interest in saving banks, so we give up to 7.25% rate of interest in savings accounts. So normally banks give around 3.5%. So this is again a USP that we have, and we are doing that on a monthly basis. So anywhere banking, I'm sure you must have faced some issues regarding, say, if I have my account in Chandigarh and if I go to Delhi or Bombay, there are certain restrictions in terms of depositing cash. You cannot do a transaction beyond a certain amount. In AU Bank, we don't have a system of both hands. Chandigarh is the entire India for you. If you have an account in Chandigarh, you can walk into a branch in Bombay and that will be Chandigarh branch for you. There is absolutely no restriction in terms of doing any kind of transaction. So mobile app I've already spoken about. So I mean the basic thing of checking your balance, to booking your movie tickets, to buying your insurance, to doing your investments. You can do everything from that app. So this is again, I'll say one of the unique products that we have, which is called the IV product, and it has got great benefits. I'll just share 2-3 benefits that it has. As I told you, the rate of interest that we are giving in savings account is up to 7.25%. So there are various labs. We'll discuss one-to-one. Right. So, and again, I told you about the monthly payout. Now, generally, what happens is and this is my favorite, feature of this account. Now, generally, when we travel outside India, what we do is either we buy a forex card, or we take cash, or we use a debit or credit card. So when you use a debit or a credit card, there's a currency markup. You have to pay extra 1.5%, 2% depending on the bank and the kind of account that you have. See, in this account we don't have any currency markup. So whatever is the currency rate, exchange rate at that point of time, you don't have to pay anything extra. And you can use a debit card, as if you are using it in India. So that is again a unique feature. A very limited number of banks have this. And then there are airport lounges. You can get 32 lounge accesses in a year, and that will include 16 domestic and 16 international. Then we have a royal proposition. It has slightly less features than IV, but again the rate of interest remains the same. You get discounts on your lockers. In IV you have free, you get locker free of cost. Because generally you end up paying around 2,000-3,000 rupees for a locker. In IV you don't have to pay anything. In Royal will give you a discount of 75% on lockers. This is a slightly lower variant of. Now as I talk about 0 to 1 program banking solutions is a team which is dedicated only for startups. So we have people sitting at Bangalore, we have people sitting at Bombay who understand how the entire thing works.